Hey everyone, it's the Zodiac Kid here, bringing you another OU battle against SauceBlackoutz, so let's go and get it started right now. So I'm going to lead off with Polytoad as he does the same, just to get our rain up, and we're going to trade Toxics here. My Polytoad is a defensive set, and I assume his is too. So here, he goes for a Scald to get some damage off. And I'm going to stay in and pair a song just to force switches because I thought he would switch here into his Thunderous Tea. But he doesn't. So here I'm going to switch out into my Ferrothorn, yes, and he also switches out into Toxicroak. Now this is a bad matchup for me, so I gotta switch straight out into Jirachi as he subs up. And these after turn effects, and here I'm just going to drop a Thunder because I know that's going to break his sub, and his Drain Punch can't do too much as it only does 26%. Still a lot though, and he's at full HP still, so here I figured he would switch into Thunderous Tea, but I didn't want to give him free HP on his Toxicroak, so I just sub up and hit his Thunderous Tea with the Water Pulse, hoping for a Paralyze. But he gets off a Volt Switch and gets a free switch into Sharpedo. Now here I played my Jirachi really dumbly. First of all, I should have subbed up right here, knowing that he would protect. And second, in this next turn he goes for Waterfall, and I, for some reason, think that I'm going to take that a lot better and go for a sub. That was a really bad play on my part. I should have just gone straight out into Ferrothorn to begin with, which I do now. And he's still doing 28%, so that's, for resisted hit, that's quite a bit, but recoils are really racking up on Sharpedo now. So here I'm just going to go for a Leech Seed on the incoming Toxicroak, which I knew would get switched in, and get some residual damage on it. And so now I'm going to go into Jirachi once again, mainly as Death Botter, but he subs up here, draining his HP and giving me more HP, enough so that a Sucker Punch will not KO for sure. So now I force him to go for Drain Punch, and I'm able to break his sub, which is good. He's at full HP again now, so I'm going to go into Tornadus Tea, which has no Sprite for some reason still, and go for Hurricane. His Polytoad is still toxic, but it's glitched out and says that he's not. So I'm just going to go for another Hurricane, take out Polytoad, and it's 5-5 now. He brings in Scissor. Now I thought this was Choice Banded, so I didn't want to take a Bullet Punch, but he goes for a Swords Dance here, and this is a scary situation right here. So predicting a superpower, I go into my defensive Tentacruel, but he goes for a Bug Bite and gets a crit, which sucks, because then I could have stalled out a little bit on with Rain Dish. So I'm going to go into Polytoad and go for Scald, knowing that I'm faster, and hope for a burn, which I get, which is huge. I really needed that burn. And that recoil is going to rack up really quick. So here I thought Burn and Life Orb would KO him, but he lives with 1% HP. So I just go into Ferrothorn and go for sorry. I go for Stealth Rock, seeing as it's a free chance to get it up, as he still has Thunderous Tea on his side, which is a huge threat to this team. So he goes back into Toxicroak, and instead of just Drain Punching away, he goes for another sub, which he kind of played this Toxicroak kind of badly at this point, because he goes for a Sucker Punch now, only does 36%, and I get rid of his sub with the Hurricane, and then here he just goes for a Sucker Punch again, thinking that Life Orb and Sucker Punch would KO me, but it doesn't, and I take out his Toxicroak, which is really big. I was scared of that thing all match, but now that it's gone, I can freely go into Ferrothorn again, as he Aqua Jets and only does 11%, and he's taking recoil from not Life Orb, but Iron Barbs. So I'm going to get a Leech Seed up, knowing that he's going to go into Thunderous Tea. I want that residual damage because Stealth Rocks are up, and it's going to make it hard for Thunderous Tea to switch in and out. So I'm going to go for Protect, so that he doesn't hit that Focus Blast. And now he's under 25%, so now I know he can't switch out. So I'm just going to go into Tornadus Tea as he Focus Blast. I live the Focus Blast, and get more Leech Seed recovery, U-turn for the KO, and then I still have Tornadus T at around 40%. So here I'm going to go into Mamoswine, knowing that the only way he can win is if he sets up with Feraligatr. I'm not going to let that happen, so I go into Mamoswine and hit him with an Earthquake and KO him. This is an Adamant Life Orb Mamoswine, by the way. So here he only has Sharpedo, and he's just going to try to Aqua Jet everything, but Life Orb recoil is going to rack up real quick. And I still have Tornadus T and Ferrothorn. So I'm going to let him Aqua Jet Tornadus T, get more Life Orb recoil, go into Ferrothorn, and the only way he could win is if he got a crit, flinch, and then got another crit right after that. But he does get the crit, doesn't get the flinch. I Power Whip for the win. And that is a 1-0 for me. That was a great battle, SauceBlackoutz. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like rating, subscribe, comment, and do your thing. Thanks for watching. Bye.